Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey there, it's G Forever.
Yeah, we're here to review the new Godzilla vs. Kong giant toys from Playmates.
Yes, and joining us today is Sean, who is a action figure collector, customizer, and photographer.
Hey guys, happy to join you.
And here are the Walmart boxes. Oh, and there's G Forever.
Nice and blue boxes from Walmart.
Oh, what do we have here?
This is the first box, and check it out. It's awesome official footage from the new movie.
Oh, yeah, and here's Godzilla. It's so exciting. It's so exciting to see a new Godzilla toy.
Oh yeah, giant Godzilla.
Yeah, we've been waiting so long.
Yeah, and now with the movie delayed again, it's going to be even longer till we see the movie. So at least we have some of the toys to keep us busy.
Oh, and there's Kong. So, and Sean, you have Kong as well?
Yep. Yeah, I got him a couple days ago and pretty impressive.
Yeah, for I think like a $20 toy at Walmart. Not bad for that price range.
Yeah, to give a few facts, these are Walmart exclusives. They're called Giant Godzilla and Giant Kong from Playmates. They're 11 inches tall.
Yeah, really good size. Kind of like it.
So, Sean, what color is Kong there? Is he like black or just a dark brown?
So Kong's fur is like a very dark charcoal gray, and then his chest and face is like a solid jet black. So depending on the lighting you get, it could look like just pure black all over, which is a little bit of a step down from their Skull Island Kongs they had done earlier, which had a good tone difference in them. But a lot of people are also speculating, does this mean he changes color in the movie, or is it just a toy gimmick?
Oh yeah, and we are going to compare it to that earlier toy later on. We got a lot of cool, G Forever has a lot of cool comparisons, and so does Sean later on. So stay tuned for those. Yep. There they are, yay!
Yeah, they're out of the boxes. So Godzilla requires the tail attachment. It's actually pretty easy. Didn't need a hairdryer for this one. So just kind of force it in there. They're relatively looks good on scale. Kong is looks like his eyebrows are slightly lower than Godzilla's head. So I think they scale pretty well. I like the size. Godzilla though, he seems very light in color. He's more of like a gray blue, and then his fins are very very like light blue, sky blue. So not too crazy about the new Godzilla color. I'm curious to see if he's if he appears more lighter in the movie as well.
Yeah, as a toy collector, I'm kind of glad that he's different.
That's true.
But I don't know how accurate this will be to the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably something they did to distinguish from the Jax figure, which is similar in sculpt and size. So
yes, yeah. We'll actually see the Jax figure in a moment, but from what I've seen, he's pretty much the same sculpt with maybe a little tweaks.
Looks like a little more paint detail.
Yep.
Yeah, I take it Godzilla's mouth is fixed. It does not.
Yes, it does not. That's one thing I didn't like because there's a very obvious seam, but his head doesn't move.
I mean, they found a spot.
So there's a lot of imperfections on this guy. There's a lot of glue marks. There's plenty of seams. See on his head, there's just stuff. I'm not really sure if it's just left like extra plastic that during manufacturing it just kind of got stuck on there. And here are the ugly screw holes. I think I just hate these. So it's definitely a kid's toy. But a pretty good kid's toy. Sculpt wise, it's decent. Got some scales. The fins are very soft, so you won't, poke your eye out. What else? The claws in the toes, they're pretty soft as well. Actually, the tail, the spikes on the tail is kind of pointy, so you might get hurt if you whack someone with that.
Yeah, but the main spikes, I think, are pretty soft.
Super soft, yep. Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I think kids will love it. Like price range is not too terribly expensive, so it's somewhat affordable. And you do get a couple points of articulation as we saw earlier. The arms move, the hands move, legs. the feet and the tail.
Oh, yeah,
Now
here's
we've got Kong. Yep. So Sean, why don't you tell us about Kong since you have him in front of you as well?
And by the way, let me point out we got a lot of light on Kong here. So this is him with like a lot of light on him.
Blasted.
Yeah, so like I said, depending on your lighting, you don't see much of a tonal difference in his skin and his fur, which is okay. Like we said, it's a kid's toy, and I know, at least for me, I didn't even have toys this close to looking like what was in the movie as a kid. So kids today are pretty lucky to be getting this, and you can see those unique copyrights. And I think that additional one with Legendary's that new company that's bought up some of Legendary's property. One thing that's good with Kong is his body lends to putting the screws on the backside, so you don't have them in a like most people are never going to see them because you're not going to turn him that way. Which, Godzilla you can put to the front or 3/4 view and avoid those, but at least with Kong they're definitely well hidden, and he's pretty well articulated for compared to some of the other figures out there. Like even Godzilla's only got a few points, so you can at least turn Kong's head. I was hoping it would be a little ball jointed like the 6-inch one from Skull Island was, but this one just swivels on a swivel joint. His shoulders swivel, the legs have a swivel joint, and then the fists will swivel too.
Oh, so here's some comparison. So again, these are also Playmates toys. This is from earlier this year. On the left is the Kong Skull Island. I'm surprised how different they are because it's supposed to be the same. It's the same character.
Same character, yeah.
Yeah, same character, just in two different movies.
Yeah, it looks like the new Kong, got much. Looks like he got more muscle. Got bigger.
This is another Playmates toys, but this is a different Godzilla. This is Godzilla 2004. Yeah, 2004 Final Wars. Oh, and this is the NECA on the right. This is the 2014 NECA, which is more expensive and definitely more for adult collectors.
Yeah, definitely more points of articulation, better paint job.
His mouth you can open and close.
Yep. And he also has a roar effect. I think, Sean, you have this one as well?
Yeah, I do. I was hoping for a 2019 version.
I know. Yep. Yeah, I really love the 2019 upgrade with the back fins and the toes.
Yeah, unfortunately, NECA is not doing the Godzilla versus Kong toys. At least maybe eventually they'll do them, but they're not doing them this year.
Yep.
No, unfortunately, it seems that Playmates has a very tight grip on the line right now. So, and that's something for collectors to keep in mind, is that whether or not these things are necessarily your cup of tea because they're aimed at a younger market, this is kind of all we may have available in sort of the $15 to $20, $30 range versus like your Monster Arts figures, which are going to run you, around $100.
Yeah, now we're looking at some Bandais. These are from 2014, 2019 Bandais for the movies.
Yep.
So not quite as big.
Yep, they're a little smaller. They are in the larger scale, but I think they're 10 inches. So that, extra 11-inch does give this bigger size.
Yeah, and this is the really big lanyard Kong Skull Island that they did. That was at Walmart.
Yep.
Very big guy.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's really large.
Yeah. And here's Sean with this is the collector statue.
Oh, wow.
This like X Plus Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, so this is the standard one. Didn't come with a base or anything, but it's one of my favorite pieces I've ever seen X Plus do. Like they really captured the personality of Kong from that movie. And by no means would I expect a Playmates toy to live up to that quality, but just kind of want to show people, like, if you have that in your collection, they kind of scale in size together.
They do, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What a 6-inch Kong from Playmates looks like with the new 11-inch one.
And now here's what everybody wants to know about. This is the from last year, Jack specific, Godzilla, the 12-inch one. They're wondering is the Playmates, this new Playmates, is it the same mold as the Jack specific?
So, I mean, if you look at the head seam, you can see it's very similar. There's a lot of similarities. I want to say that they may have somehow got somehow got access to the mold and somehow downsized it and maybe made some adjustments. If you look at the hands, there's also a seam, but on the Jack specific, the hands are fixed, whereas you can swivel them on the Playmates Godzilla.
Yeah. Now, what are you pointing out here?
If you look at the hand, there's like a seam.
No, here on the chest.
Oh, the chest. Yeah, there's also a seam.
Yeah.
So if you look straight down from the neck down to the belly.
Now, are you pointing out the holes now? Look.
Yeah, I think I'm showing the screw holes. They're on the opposite sides though.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Yeah. So it's flipped. It's mirrored.
Yeah, and I've seen that the screw holes do not match completely.
They do not. No.
Yeah. But yeah, you point out that there's we got more
seam
articulation,
on the hand.
more articulation on with the
on
Playmates.
the Playmates.
Yeah, I think the Jax one has less screws in it, which helps.
Yeah.
Because they're certainly not pleasant to look at, so the less of them is the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's another big seam.
Yeah. The seams match up on the Jax with the Playmates, and I think the paint job on the Jax I think looks better. There's definitely more detail.
No, G Forever's getting his vintage toys out. This is a vintage Bandai.
Yep, Bandai 62 Kong from 1993.
So this is from the original King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
Or based on that. There it is. There's the tag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, very fun to see.
Yep.
And then and also I take it this is the Godzilla from King Kong versus Godzilla, also a Bandai.
Yep. Also the 62 from the 62 movie.
No, very fun.
So it's a rematch coming up.
Yeah.
So always fun to see classics.
There we go. Yeah. So it's nice. It's nice that the movie. Yeah, nice that the movie is getting recreated here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see. It makes me very nostalgic here for my Saturday mornings as a kid watching Godzilla.
Yeah, I think Godzilla.
They're so famous, you just want to see them fight each other.
Yeah, and this is I think one of the fan favorite matchups and movies of all time. So
what do you think, Sean? Should people be running out and buying these?
I think if you are one of the types of people to collect all Godzillas from like a movie and have the various different products that are made around a particular movie, it's a great buy to have because they're really nicely done for what they are and they represent things. And like we mentioned, the bluish tint to Godzilla is something you don't often see, and it'll make it stand out a little among your shelf against all the charcoal and the matte grays that you've got. And then Kong is sporting a much beefier look than he normally has. So, he really jumps out even at the monotone black paint scheme. So, for $20, you really can't go wrong with either of these. And I think it's a great addition. And if you're on a budget, it's good stuff. Like I know I'll customize mine and turn it into something more than what I start with. So it's a great foundation if you're into customizing figures too.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with what Sean is saying. Like for the price range, they're really good sized figures. I think I've seen Sean's work, and it's really amazing what he can do. So I really look forward to his customizations on the new Kong.
Yeah, you should look for Sean's photography on his Instagram. It's on the screen here. It's swphoto4523. And I'll put a link to that. I'll put a link to that in the description too. swphoto4523. Okay, we're going to keep looking for more Godzilla vs. Kong toys. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. As we get the toys and as we get news of the toys, we'll share that on YouTube. So please subscribe. Okay, we want to thank Sean for joining us. And once again, check out his Instagram page and his cool customizations and toy and collectible photography.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Really appreciate you guys having me.
So this is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hoping you enjoy the Godzilla vs. Kong Giant Godzilla, Giant Kong toys from Playmates.